colours in perfume, then, what we've been experimenting today with some colour in perfume. What happened was that when all perfumes were natural, basically they were kind of tree coloured. Some of them didn't have much colour at all, like eau de cologne, and some deep dark things were deep and dark coloured. And so then there was a tradition of more and more synthetics came in, but they had no colour at all, to dye perfumes kind of brownish. So a lot of them, they'd be yellow through to dark brown. And I have some dyed green, which are violets from like the 1950s. They're bright green. And then what happened was somebody invented these colours which kind of oxidise immediately, so when you spray them they don't dye your clothes. And we have the original Lady Gaga Fame here. It says on it, black fluid. So what would you expect that to smell like? Just
deep and dark and moody.
Yeah, it looks like it. I know. So that I'm going to probably surprise you then. I'll use up some of these.
Wow.
Yeah, correct answer.
That is very dark.
Yes. And that was, I think, the first black perfume.
Or is it not?
Not what?
Well, it's not like properly, like these touch, these do not.
I don't know. Maybe that's the front and that's not.
Maybe.
Good, isn't it? Right, okay. Are we ready? Lady Gaga Fame, yeah. I think it's quite rare now. I think it was discontinued.
And it comes out not black.
Comes out not black.
Remarkable.
Right.
Oh, it smells like shampoo.
Oh, get that. He's gone for the grapes again. Yeah. It's a fruity floral.
Yeah.
It's quite a deep, dark fruity floral, but I was expecting kind of more blackness in the... Yeah, it led me to believe it was going to be darker in the smell.
Yeah, and more interesting.
It's almost like ultimate fruity floral.
Yeah.
From the house laboratoire.
Yeah, it's...
No, laboratories, yes.
It is very...
But it oxidises immediately.
I think that's what happens when it sprays, so the colour is lost.
Incredible.
Okay, this is great. Compounded by Lady Gaga. I mean, that's just a lie. She didn't sit there and stir it. She did not. A machine did it. Tears of belladonna, crushed heart of tiger orchidea, with a black veil of incense, pulverised apricot, and the combative essences of saffron and honey drops.
I don't get any of that. Do you know what I get out of this? Someone who's just got out of the shower
I do as
after
well.
conditioning with some LV.
Yeah, I agree.
Now, what we have here...
It's not bad, but...
Yeah. I mean, it would be lovely conditioner.
We have the follow-up, Eau de Gaga, which is in a black bottle, so we've no idea what colour it is. But maybe they didn't go to such trouble. Yeah,
like the bottle.
Not bad, is it? And let's... Oops. This smells... I think I say niche. As in, it's not so...
Now we're talking.
Mainstream. This is what I think. You see, I think that this ought to have been in that bottle. I think this is...
I'm not sure I
way more
agree, because this
interesting.
bottle is way more serious, and this feels way
more serious. Yeah. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Good point.
But it's the same as... Well, not the same, but...
It's supposed to be, I think, it's like leather chocolate lavender or something.
Yeah, it's very cologne for... Like, fougere cologne to start with, which is...
Serious.
No, but I think Lady Gaga is... It's not what I think Lady Gaga would smell.
It still says it's compounded by Lady Gaga. Maybe they actually got her in to stir 10,000 kilos, do you think? Or maybe she pressed the button.
She pressed the button.
It would be more Lady or more Gaga. One of the two. And right now it's like...
She definitely pressed the button.
I think, yeah, I think she was there, but it doesn't say, it doesn't have those beautiful notes. So
It's
is
it's
it what
not-
you expect?
It's
So then,
not what I was expecting at all.
what tends to happen with niche fragrances is that they'll all be in the same style bottle and all the same style of box, and you concentrate just on the fragrance. So something like Serge Lutens, like bottles
Yeah.
all look the same.
Yeah.
It doesn't cost so much to make different ones. Arthur, you picked some that drew your attention that you wanted to smell.
I just like the packaging of them.
Exactly, and that's why I think it would be interesting to smell them. I can't tell this the way that.
Urine.
Exactly. Ha ha ha. Andy Warhol fragrance called You're In, which is supposed to be.
It's made by Comme des Garçons.
It's Comme des Garçons has a license. So it's a made by Comme des Garçons.
Okay.
She herself did not stir it,
No.
but will have approved it. Okay, we're going for it.
Was a he, right?
Oh, Andy was, but Comme des Garçons, Ray Cohenborg, I'm probably going to get it wrong. She's a she.
I like Comme des
Because
Garçons.
it's called Comme des Garçons because she does it like the boys do. That's why the company's called Comme des Garçons. Like the boys. Don't you like go on the strip?
You live, you learn.
See, I like this, but it's... So, well, it smells lemony. I think it looks a little bit like car oil, or... looks
Yeah,
like-
I mean,
looks
it's
cleaning
amazing
fluid.
how unadventurous this is.
Yeah, but at the same time they would not sell if they were.
But Comme des Garçons, as a fragrance house,
like,
do make some pretty
yeah,
pretty
lovely
radical things.
Lovely things.
Like
The concrete
yeah, and Comme des Garçons 2, I think it is
Yeah.
just amazing.
by Mark Buxton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no.
It was one of the ones that was on display at Somerset House when Lizzie Ostrom curated that.
So really, I really do like that. But
Okay.
yeah.
This is
So,
nice. This is yeah.
isn't it?
I love the box. I think that my favourite thing about it is the box.
It, from afar, it's like the same color as a Toblerone box.
Next up,
Chocolate.
Bit close. Next.
another offering from Comme des Garçons.
Yeah.
Pharrell Williams.
Pharrell Williams girl with a Coors bottle. Take the dust off it. This did not do well. It launched in Liberty. I remember seeing the television programme about it with Ed Burstell, the MD, interviewing Pharrell Williams and saying, "Oh, you did so well making your own perfume." Pharrell Williams again, "It wasn't really me."
Does he say that?
Yeah, he said.
Oh.
No, he said he admired people who could create invisible sculptures. Like, invisible
Oh,
works of art.
Pharrell.
I know. So,
Who'd have thought it?
okay, so this is also great packaging, but that,
Oh, this is amazing.
yes,
Great bottle.
that's when I think this is the only thing I ever bought just for the packaging because I love it so much.
Oh wow.
Well, I wouldn't have bought it if I'd hated it, but I wanted to like it so much. And I do, I love it. And then, in fact, I bought
Show the camera. Against your... Hold it against your t-shirt. Because then we can really
Perfect.
see it.
Now you can see. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, this ended up, I actually bought some of the 10ml bottles for £1 each at the Sunderland pound shop, just next
Really?
to the railway station. Yeah, and
This
there
is
they
wonderful.
were. I couldn't believe it. And they just ended up being discontinued and got rid of so quickly. Now, why? Why? Because this is so gorgeous. Okay, but I think several reasons. It smells very Comme des Garçons. As you know, you can just see that fits into their range.
It's really
Didn't
good.
Very violet and iris, which is I like, but that's quite divisive, polarizing.
Ton of patchouli as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it really is like a slap. In the face.
Yeah, it's like those Fortnum & Mason chocolate violets we had downstairs.
Yeah.
But light but you know, it's called girl, and it's not. It says for girls and boys. It's not a feminine box. It's not. I don't know what this is. This is for everybody.
I mean, this is great.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it just bombed. There was so much left over. What would you like? Oh, the bottle. No, you want to cover yourself in it? No,
Well,
just
put a
look at
little
it
on.
because it's lovely.
Well, both.
So, you know, what does
Nice.
it?
Special.
Very nice.
It's special, but it's.
Very nice.
It's yeah. And one day there won't be any.
There's a bit of Sistery hexanol in it. And cut.
Thank you.
There it is.
It could be. Do you think?
I don't
It could
know.
be. Wait, I don't
Probably.
know.
I can smell it. Right, sorry, we're
Take this
back on.
The end.
Yeah,
Okay,
we're back
we're
on.
back on. Okay,
We
so-
forgot about the main reason why
The
we
main
were
reason
doing
talking
this.
about colour is
Oh yeah.
that this morning we were playing with some colours.
Yeah.
So how do you achieve it?
Well, we bought very inexpensively some colour blends which are approved for use in cosmetics, and I've always resisted this.
So
But
they're scentless.
Yeah.
they are scentless, yeah. They're mostly used for things like soap and what have you, but I remember one perfume company I know saying, oh, they were just going to put food dye and stuff. You don't really do that.
I mean, this is a pure rosy, so
Yeah. We should have warned you, but yeah.
yeah, we should have warned it. It's not what
This is a full-on Russian leather.
it's
Dyed
not
pink.
Yeah.
But you really do not expect this when you see it that
yeah,
colour,
when you
I
see
think.
it, yeah.
We were testing the pink to see
Yeah.
how pink we can make something. But
I mean, yeah, this is at 5%, so
this is in tens. So, but yeah, what we were doing was sort of making an amber look more ambery.
I think it does.
You think it looks pink? You see, what
I don't see
get
that as
from
pink,
that,
I see that as orange.
maybe it's the light because
it's quite pink.
yeah,
But it is quite salmon pink.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're right, salmon pink.
Fair
Yeah.
enough. But sitting on the yellow, maybe so.
yeah.
But what was I thinking? I was thinking, well, about the colours, that there's been this massive shift to colouring violet things violet, orange things orange. And I was asked to make some, would I make it grey? And they're like, well, I can't. Because it's already sort of brownish from the colours of the things I've
Yeah.
actually put in. So you can buy decolorised materials to make the original fragrance then completely clear, so then you can make it the colour that you want
Yeah.
to. And the question is, does it then make it smell the way you expect it to? Would you expect a rose fragrance to be pink? And these
Yeah,
days,
exactly. Yeah.
sort of yes. Do we make our rose fragrance pink?
Also interesting that he doesn't dye the strips. Does he do that oxidising thing?
I think there's just so little of it in there.
Right.
It actually, the one drop will make an entire vat of ethanol pink.
Right, okay.
So, yeah, maybe we'll get away with it.
Yeah, I think.
So I don't know what the future is for us, whether or not we start.
I mean, if I was to release a brand personally, I don't think I'd shy away from it, but because I think it's just like fun to have a perfume that's pink or one that's like electric blue. I don't know, I think that's just.
But your perfumes are coloured though.
Yeah, they are, yeah.
Like, you've got like Dark Heart of Altavana.
Yeah.
Has to come with a
Actually,
warning.
That's part of the thing. Yeah, but because the colour from that comes partly from the vanillin forming a shift base, partly because there's shed loads of tobacco absolute in it.
Yeah.
As soon as you put absolutes in, they are going to be deeply coloured,
Yeah.
unless you buy the decolorised versions on purpose.
Which
But-
one's the one that looks almost green? What I did on my
green.
holidays.
What I did on my holidays, that's from Lavender Absolute, mostly, that I put in there. There's another almost green is Dandelion Musk, and that comes from the blue chamomile plus some other yellow things, like hay put together, so that ends up being green. So, but they're very pale and by accident. should I make them more coloured? It's the trend. It's the way that people expect them to be these days. Comments below.
Yeah, it's fun.
I think you can always tell if it's been
Colorized.
colorized. I think you can
But
tell.
is it part of the expectation though? Should purple ones be
disagree with
purple?
that. For example, if you have the Guerlain, their private collection, you have Spiritueuse Double Vanille, and when you smell it, they've done a wonderful job in like mimicking the scent of like a vanilla bean, or like what you would get with a tincture that's actually very black. But when you look at the back of the bottle, it's actually full of, I think it's like 5 or 6 coloring agents, like dyes, because the concentrate on it by itself is quite actually colorless, and you would not expect like something named like this to be colorless. But I would not have read the material list. Never would have I guessed that the coloring is not natural. So maybe my eyes.
That color.
Yeah, maybe my eyes are not good enough to like be able to.
Should
see,
we? Should we match expectation? That's the thing.
Yeah.
The whole thing is that cross-modalism. If you see something in that yellow box, this thing smells lemony. It smells citrusy. Should the fragrance you can't see because the bottle's silver, but if it were clear, would it be yellow? That would make sense. If something like Ealing Green, should it be green? We could make it green, and then when people smell it, they go, "Oh yeah, that's green." I think I probably wouldn't take a violet and make it yellow. I wouldn't make Ealing Green pink because that would be wrong. I might make.
See, I think that's interesting though.
It is interesting, but I think it almost builds me. You smelled that this morning and thought it smelled more pink.
Yeah,
So it smelled
like,
sweeter compared to the.
I have it like not colored, so it's. And I thought when smelling this that the ionones popped way more, and
smelled more violet.
Yeah. So even like red fruits and stuff like that, and I was like, the formula didn't change, so it must just be that I see this pink, so instantly I think about like, I don't know,
We know
strawberries, raspberries, stuff like this.
We know it happens because our friend Professor Charles Spence has done the research, you know, and he and his cross-modal lab, we know that.
Just like,
am I just being?
Just well, it's just
am I
the
just
same
resisting
food, isn't it?
Am I resisting the inevitable by not dyeing perfumes?
No, but
different colours?
why would you dye them if they have wonderful colors? What I meant was if I have like a bunch of colorless perfumes in a transparent bottle, it can get a bit boring. So why not make it more interesting?
But I do. I mean, I do have that. Look at that. Look at Saltburn Driftwood. That smells deeply woodsy and of the seaside.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what colour I'd make it though, because would it be blue because it's beaches? Would it be brown because it's
Make the bottom
bonfires?
half yellow, top half blue, like a beach.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, I like it, but it is completely clear. And if it weren't me, Saltburn Driftwood would have a colour. Probably be a dark blue to give you the expectation of beach or driftwood, or like a greyish, pale driftwoody.
Yeah.
colour.
I mean, it's not your thing, but.
Well, it hasn't been so far. Maybe it will become my thing. I like colours.
Yeah, it's pretty, and then at the same time, I think it still has a function apart from the marketing standpoint. I think it may just enhance the experience of wearing a perfume in general, which.
Yeah, that's the thing. As long as it doesn't actually dye your clothes.
Yeah.
Then maybe the next batch of Saltburn Driftwood's going to be driftwood coloured.
But at the same time, I mean, you have have way more regulations in the EU than in the US when it comes to dyes. But still, I think it's some of
We can buy safe ones. So. That's the thing about it. Is that because we have the regulations, they can only really sell us the safe ones. So maybe that's it. Maybe look out for the orange tree, orange version.
Yeah.